Contrary to popular report, talent is abundant. And I'm Mike Conway, Executive Director and co-founder of Stacks+Joules. Welcome, and thank you for joining us to share in a demonstration of that abundant talent. The issue before us has been rather a lack of access to opportunities that are worthy of the depth and diversity of talent that's ready to thrive across our great nation. We know, because our students tell us, that the best opportunities come from real important work. We bring together public schools and community organizations and their fantastic educators like Ms. Moretsky of Energy Tech High School, whose influence on what we're about to see has really been profound. Thank you, Emily. And we bring cutting edge industry partners, in this case, Resolute Building Intelligence, that help us engage in using the advanced technologies that increasingly shape the way we live and work. And we're also excited to highlight the work that the facilities automation team at Chicago Public Schools is doing with our New York City students. It's pretty cool. All right, enough from me. I am really proud to entrust my reputation and voice to these students. Let's marvel at how ready they are. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Ricky, and we are Energy Tech High School. Energy Tech High School is a school that specializes in engineering courses and programs. We're part of a class called Building Automation. We work with Stacks+Joules program to learn about energy consumption and the usage of energy.
Hello, my name is Erika. When people mention greenhouse gases, the first thing that pops into their heads are cars, motorcycles, and any vehicles that involves gas. But as you can see, majority of the energy used in buildings is the majority of energy used in NYC is used in buildings. And if you look at these buildings in this photo, almost half of them have got a failing energy efficiency grade according to the Department of Buildings. Misleading grades are going up around the city. For example, our school did an energy audit, and the school's energy efficiency grade did not match up with our audit results. And of all these buildings, HVAC represents almost 80% of the building's energy usage.
All right, hello, my name is Michael Lee, and when people think about these buildings, they mostly focus on their height and usually how appealing it looks to the people that come across it, but it mostly goes more deeper than that. These buildings look good on the outside, but people might forget about the systems that do the dirty work on the inside. There are many complicated processes of systems like HVAC, lighting, boilers, and furnaces, which are all key components of a building and should be treated with the same respect as the systems that use and control the energy of the building.
Hello, my name is Anthony Velez. The system which uses energy and recycles air is the AHU system, otherwise known as the air handling system. And although it looks really complicated, I promise it isn't. It's actually very simple. Its sole purpose is to take in outside air, recondition it, and supply it as fresh air to the building. The AHU unit is equipped with multiple gadgets and filters, which can be seen in the picture. Air flows in through the left and goes through the pre-filter and then through the bag filter, which helps cleanse the air from harmful particles. Then, depending on what temperature you want, the air flows through the cooling coil or heating coil to heat or cool up. Lastly, the air gets pushed out with the fan and everyone is happy.
Hi, my name is Adam. Now, you might be asking yourself, how can someone keep track of the energy usage of a building and all of its issues?
Hi, my name is Govinda, and it's quite simple, really. A data analytics tool like Resolute Building Intelligence. It's easier for owners to keep track of those fans, pumps, sensors that use energy and help maintain the building from the comfort of their own home. Now here we have data from the Chicago Public Schools, and it's showing an elementary school. Now, as you can see, there's a big red line. So what this basically means is that there's 12 action items that need to be fixed in order for the school to run better and be more energy efficient.
Hello, my name is Daniel Arias. Me and my partner, this is Jessica and Johan, will give you a demo quickly on how to use Resolute. I'll be taking over screen share now. Okay, just as Govinda mentioned, you start out here in the action center where you can see a total of 12 actions. In other words, 12 problems with the building. So we're going to click view actions to see what exactly is wrong. So as you see here, like three assignments are posted where it's like just issues to fix in building. One we're going to investigate is air system 2, floor 3, zone temperature set point adjustments. Our partner Johan from here can explain what is this exactly.
Like my partner Daniel said, my name is Johan, and here you can see a couple keywords. So in the first sentence, you can see heating and cooling set points. So what are those? Set points are the temperatures at which the building should start cooling or either heating itself. And if you look at the last sentence, you'll see another keyword being deadband. So the combination of these things together, the description, what it's essentially saying is that the heating and cooling set points are in place, but they're not changing to their unoccupied values, which means that the building is never being registered as being empty. And it's also saying that the deadband between these 2 points is too small, which means that the building is constantly going to be trying to heat and cool the room since there's not really much of a room for leniency. And so some things you can do would be to figure out why it's never being registered as unoccupied and to increase the deadband. And from here, I'll let Daniel show you some examples of all this.
Thank you, Johan. So when you scroll down, you should see a link here where it's just presenting you the issues with the building and its deadbands. So for visual purposes, here's all the graphs. And as you can see, this is an issue in multiple locations in the building as there's different zones and each zone has its own heating and cooling unit. And one of the main issues, as you can see here, none of them are following schedules. All of them have a too small of a deadband. So what is the schedule exactly? It's the building's not following, the building's running on 24/7. In other words, it's constantly trying to keep itself heated or cooled to the right temperature. So just for clarity, we'll zoom in on one specific zone. So we're going to pick zone 26. Okay, as you can see here, the deadband is far too small. It's only 4 degrees when it should be set to 5 degrees. And on top of that, again, there's no schedule, like who's in the building at 3 p.m. on a Saturday, or who's in the building on a Sunday, or who's working on a project at 4 a.m. on a Tuesday. No one, and that's energy being wasted. So what does a schedule and a proper deadband look like? I'll show you in the next tab. This is what it should look like. So as mentioned before, the red and pink line are an example of what was happening in the building currently. And the blue and green lines, as you see here, the ones bumping up and down, are examples of what it should be doing. As you see here on the weekends, the deadband greatly widens, where the building doesn't need to keep itself at a set temperature. It sort of flies up in the air where it doesn't need to be heated too much or cooled. And right here at 3 a.m. in the morning, the building starts heating up, keeps itself heated throughout the day, turns itself off at night, heats again. And like that, you're efficiently using the energy of the building since it doesn't need to be heated 24/7. So my partner, Jessica, can explain the impacts of that.
Hi, like my partner said, my name is Jessica. The temperature for this room follows the set point very closely. You can see that the temperature goes down on weekends, and then when the week starts, you can see it goes up again and then down again in the night. As you can see in the blue line, it takes some time, which would be around half of the day on Mondays, to go back to its occupied heating set point.
Okay, and this very thing can be very important as you're saving a lot of energy by just not having it on all the time. So what can we do to address this issue? So in order to address the issue, you're going to go back to the action. You're going to click create new action. You're going to fill it out. What is the issue, and give information on it. For presentation purposes, I already have an example set up. Right over here, you put in the type it is. You're going to give it a title, description of what the issue is, suggest an action, and then link the example or how to fix the issue. So how you would do that is you would go back over to your chart, go back here, click add link, paste the link, and give it a title. And from there, the people running the building can see the issue and hopefully fix it.
Hi, this is Mohammed Kandakar. I'll be talking about savings today. Before I dig into the savings, I must address regarding the Resolute software. As Daniel and Johan explaining in the previous slides about the software, sometimes malfunction happens. Yeah, it's part of technology. However, now using Resolute and getting the information from the software, we can submit it to the right people in the school who can fix those issues. This makes a huge difference in terms of students and teachers. For example, an office building that is roughly about 380,000 square feet. After the schedule change was implemented, the annual savings increased approximately $20,000. And the kilowatt hour savings increased by 180,000 kilowatt. As far as my research, there are 638 public schools around the Chicago area. Imagine how much money and kilowatt hour we'll be able to save. It will save a tremendous amount of money and energy for sure. Also, it would potentially save the planet, because why not? There will be less carbon emissions because of less energy consumptions. Also, with the money we'll be saving, we can do so many things to make the world a better place. This is the only reason I'm emphasizing this matter. Is very important. I think that's pretty much it. Now my partner will take over.
Hello, my name is Jack. These changes don't only affect energy savings, they also make a huge difference in the learning environment of students and teachers. At some point, I've walked into the classroom and it's very cold. This makes it very hard to pay attention because I'm freezing during the entire class. And I'm only one student. So imagine how many of the 350,000 students and 22,000 teachers that go through this every day over at Chicago Public Schools. This is a huge issue, and these changes can make all the difference when it comes to keeping students comfortable and motivating them to learn. It's easier to learn and better to learn.
Yeah, it's me again. So when I first think about environmentalism, I think about pollution and trash. This is one building, and imagine if this was done across a million buildings. This would impact our careers, our learning environments, and the earth.
To be able to offer these jobs will pay really good for the people who have learned how to use Resolute Building Intelligence, as not many people know how to use it. It will also include easier ways to manage buildings and reduce waste of time when someone is trying to figure out what is wrong manually. Saving time could also possibly mean higher pays for those who work on these buildings. You can see how much good we can do with our skills and knowledge for the Chicago schools, and we should really be doing this for our New York City schools. Thank you.
All right, all right. Yeah, there we go. All right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So I just want to thank everybody for an incredible presentation, and thank you all for joining. Just some final comments. At Stacks+Joules, we are looking to train more cohorts of high school students and adults, and we're seeking to build a pathway towards certification, post-secondary education, as well as employment. We're currently seeking partners in the education and technology fields, and we're seeking educators for access to more students, and we're seeking the technology and industry for sponsoring partners. The need for this talent in this industry is so great that everyone can contribute. I want to take a sec to thank Energy Tech High School and Ms. Moretsky for working with us this year. And a big thank you to Resolute Building Intelligence for their thoughtful training and access to their software. And not to be forgotten, the Chicago Public School. We really want to thank you for trusting us with your data for today's demonstration. Most of all, I really want to take a second to thank you for attending this Zoom. Taking time out of your day to witness these students' talents and excellence. See, your presence is an incredible validation of their genius. Thank you very much. We're actually going to open up the chat right now and ask for any questions you might have and then field them to the students. So please type them into the chat and let us know. Okay, one question coming in. For the students, has this sparked any interest in working in green energy or sustainability for any of you? Anybody care to? Has this sparked an interest in working in green energy and sustainability for any of you?
Hello. So I know I could speak for myself on this. It definitely has sparked an interest in working in green energy and sustainability for sure. Through this program, I was able to do an internship on Tuesdays with Steve, and I realized and how much of this and how much this can hold an impact on saving the earth not and money for buildings. And it's a little silly when I looked at it because it's like all these issues are easily fixable and nobody's doing it. So that's what I find really enjoyable about it, just looking at it and having a good time.
Excellent, excellent. Let's see here. We have a question. What was the most surprising thing about learning about building automation systems? Anybody want to offer their most surprising thing that they realized? Sure.
Hi, my name is Johan. One thing I would say was most surprising for me was how little basically all these things such as scheduling and basically energy efficiency was being used. Because like we said during our presentation, our school has an A energy rating. In fact, it actually has 100. And we did basically, we looked around at the data of our school and we found that our building wasn't exactly energy efficient. And that means that the buildings around us were just so much worse. So I feel like this is something that's basically bound to grow as people realize how valuable this is.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. One pleasant question here is, what help and resources do the students need at this stage in your journey? Like, what are you interested in doing going from here? Are you interested in studying this? Are you interested in internships? Are you interested in employment? Just anybody who might have something to say.
Sorry about that. Hi. I think I'm mostly interested in being an electrical engineer and seeing how the building automation really ties into being an electrical engineer, because you need to, from this, I saw that how, like what's behind the scenes, like what I have to go and fix in order to make the schools run perfectly or more energy efficient.
Yeah, excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. Well, I think we have a good conversation going on. We have a good conversation going on about the policy of implementing Stacks and Joules, which is super duper, and we encourage that enormously. But as of right now, let's see, what reasons? Oh, okay. Yes. One question is, what reasons have you learned that are major obstacles to bringing these kinds of changes to public schools? That's a pretty deep question. I don't know if that's, do you want to hit it?
I guess what I've kind of been learning is that the quote is comfort is king. And I guess that takes away from like people feeling uncomfortable in certain situations where they have to set like a set point between like 5 degrees. So that little uncomfortness is what everyone like doesn't like about these new changes to public school. And I guess like people themselves are what are like holding us back, I guess, in a way.
Thank you so much. Really had a great presentation. I hope everyone enjoyed, and we'll see you again.